I'm really proud of you because 2025 has begun, and rather than sitting there watching Netflix or some BS YouTube video, you decided to click on this one, a genuine skill that can change your life. In this video, I'm going to teach how you can utilize TikTok automation step by step to make a positive impact and make money in 2025. Now, I've been doing TikTok automation since 2022, end of 2021, when I started growing faceless TikTok theme pages, and my most successful ever page, Why Inspire, got to over 500,000 followers. And at the time, it was making 10 million, it was getting 10 million views a week, and now it was costing me around 100 to 120 bucks every single month creating content, but making me over $2,500 a month. And to be completely honest, this was back in 2022 when I was in the Creator Fund. If it was nowadays in the Creator Rewards program, it could have been making a hell of a lot more money. I'm talking $20,000 to $30,000 per month, because all I needed was a CPM at 50 cents or above, and I would have been printing with this account. Unfortunately, back in the day, the Creator Fund wasn't as lucrative. But for the last 3-4 years, I've been studying the TikTok algorithm, and through my successful pages, I built the best method to utilize to grow on TikTok through complete automation. So this is the TikTok automation step-by-step course. Number 1, what is TikTok automation for anyone wondering? And this can also be applied to YouTube Shorts automation and Instagram automation as well. They are basically practically interchangeable. Number 2, what is a new and improved method for 2025? Then what your role is within the automation space, how to find the right workers, and number 5, and importantly, how to turn TikTok or YouTube or Instagram automation into a long-term cash profitable business. This is the play. Starting with number 1. What is TikTok automation? So this is it in its simplicity. This is the method that I was running back in the day in 2022 when I was printing cash with Why Inspire. Number 1, you give money to a group of people. These group of people are a voiceover specialist, a script writer, and an editor who then produce videos for you that you post on your TikTok page and make you money. And the essence of the business should be that the money you generate from your videos, aka the revenue, should be more than the cost you give to the people to create the content. Bang, you've got a business. Simple as that. That is it in its boiled down form. You pay people to create content. The content that you post on your page should make more money than the money you spend to create the content. Simple as that. Of course, if your revenue is more than your costs, you've got a profitable business. If it's the other way around, it's not profitable and you'll be bleeding cash. So you've got to make sure you're very particular about the money you spend. You don't want to be just bleeding cash everywhere, but you also want to make sure that the money you put in is worthwhile so you get good revenue out of it. So here's an example video that my editor made for me that I can then post on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and Instagram for Why Inspire page. As you can see, it's about David Goggins. It includes the captions, includes some editing, bit of some overlays, etc. So a real quality video. Now, how much do you think this video cost to make? In its total, it cost me €4, right around $4.50, right around £3.50. That sort of price, right? Not an awful lot for a video. And now I can post this on YouTube Shorts, Instagram, and TikTok, and any money this video generates me, I keep as profit. Simple as that. Now, that is the traditional method and how it's worked for ever since TikTok, YouTube, Instagram entered the game. But now in 2025, there's a new and improved method, and it's all because of this technological innovation you can probably guess. That's right, I'm talking about AI. Now, AI has completely taken over in 2024, and the reason I specify AI for 2025 is because despite the fact AI is just completely blown up, it's still in its infancy stage, and 2024 was still a lot of growing pains for AI, and I do feel in 2025 it's really going to improve more than what's been doing so in 2024. I mean, AI already is great, but the capabilities that we can see into the future is amazing. I mean, even some stuff like the image generators, video generators can be a little bit patchy, but the longer time goes on, the more people innovate, the more money that's plowed into AI, the better quality outputs we will receive. So how AI can help you is in all stages of the process. When it comes to TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram automation, there's 5 distinct steps. You've got the scripting of the video, you've got the clips involved in the video, you've got the voiceover, the editing, and the packaging. Now, the top 4 are essential for any video you want to do. The packaging, less so, because that's stuff like the SEO, etc., the description, thumbnail if you're doing like YouTube Shorts, etc. Me, I think that's less important. I think the top 4 are super important. Now, for some videos, you won't need a voiceover. For example, the David Goggins video I showed did not include the voiceover, but for other videos, you may need a voiceover. So it's interchangeable depending on what niche you go down. And how AI helps is that it can replace humans for each of these steps. So for example, the scripting, you've got Claude AI, you've got ChatGPT that can help you there. For the clips, you've got Sora AI, you've got Leonardo AI, you've got Midjourney, etc. And these are just a few, by the way. You can create a whole bunch of clips from everywhere. VoiceOver, 11 Labs, the best in the game for AI voiceovers. For editing, you can use Opus Clips. You can also use CapCut, for example, which can help you with AI certain edits, Filmora, Wondershare, etc. Although editing out of all of them, I will say, is the most likely one you'll need a human for, because it does take a lot of finicky edits and it's very hard for AI to master editing at this stage. And then of course packaging, Claude AI, ChatGPT, etc. can help you with that. Or, rather than using each of these different AI apps individually, for faceless content especially, you can use a platform like VSub to do it all for you. I've been using VSub, since I got introduced to it back in March 2024, because they have a bunch of faceless niches and the templates are made for you, so you can just create the content. I'm talking fake text story, I'm talking Reddit stories, Twitter stories, for example, AI videos, you name it, a whole bunch of different niches. And I remember back last year when I was running my Reddit story page, I was creating all the content through VSub, getting it monetized in the Creator Wars program and keeping all the profit. And VSub's monthly subscriptions start as low as just $20 a month. So $20 a month to make a month's worth of content to post on your pages on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I mean, it's a pretty fair deal for me. Plus, if you use my link in the description, because I am a VSub partner, you get a coupon code when you sign up, so you get the best possible deal available. It'll be linked in the description and in the pinned comment. And the reason why I recommend it alongside, of course, using humans is because A, it's cheaper than humans. Humans gonna cost money, right? People need to put food on the table. They need to feed themselves and their family. It's gonna come with a cost. There's no such thing as free food in this world, right? So with humans, they're gonna want to be paid per project A complete. It's great. I like working with humans. I still work with humans to edit my videos, etc. But AI also gives you the benefit of that, because you can pay for it through a monthly subscription, a monthly recurring cost. Long term, your costs come down, right? Like if I'm paying VSub $20 for a month's worth of content, there's no human on this planet that will be cheaper than that to create the quality that VSub creates, if that makes sense. Now, obviously quality-wise, AI can only do so much at this stage. Of course, over the course of 2025, I do expect AI's capabilities to increase and improve. But at this current stage, there's only so much AI can do. But that being said, if you can utilize AI in the parts where you won't need humans and then cut down your overall human cost, your overall monthly recurring cost will come down. Because the trick to this business, right, just like any business, is keeping the expenses down. So, what your role is in TikTok automation. I've spoken an awful lot about the people you're hiring, the AI you are using, but what is your role? When it comes to TikTok automation, just like YouTube and Instagram, you are the boss. You are the CEO, you are the manager. Whether this business fails or succeeds is completely down to you. You take full responsibility. So these are your roles. Number one, you need to pick the platform or platforms you want to post on. Like I said before, this should be pretty self-explanatory. This is called the TikTok automation course, but it can be applied to YouTube Shorts, Instagram, etc. In fact, I'd recommend post on all three of them at least, given the videos are created in the short form content, they are applicable to all of them. Number two, picking the niche. Now, just like how dropshippers say product is king, the same for short form content creation and content creation in general. Niche is king. Your niche can set you up for failure, but also set you up for success. If you pick the right niche with the right target audience and you have a competitive edge, you will get views and you will become successful. But those people that just pick any random niche out there because they think it's going well without actually understanding what's going on are going to be doomed for failure. Number three, branding. Are you creating a page, and I'll talk about this slightly later in the course as well. Are you creating a page that is approachable and can make you money long term? I'm not talking about a page that can just make money through TikTok or through YouTube. I'm talking about a page that can make money through sponsorships, through affiliates, through mentorship, etc., info products, creating an overall brand around your automation. Number four, super important, using the right people / the right AIs. The whole part about management is putting the right people in the right place to succeed. If I'm a football manager, I don't put Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo at centre back. It doesn't make sense. I put them up front because that is where they are successful. That's the same with you as the manager. If you've got an AI that's really good at creating scripts, you use that AI for the scripts. If you've got a person that's really good at video editing, you find that person for video editing. You need to find the right people and the right AIs to make the right content for your page. And that's completely up to you because you're the one that's bringing this all together. You're head of the operation and the people, you are compensating them to create the right content for you. You need to make sure you give them the right SOPs. You make sure you set out the expectations of them, the sort of content you want. Give them examples, give them clear step-by-step instructions. Most people can create content if you give them the right instructions to succeed. And this will improve over time. You won't get it right straight away. And of course, number 5, managing cash. At the end of the day, it's your business, it's your money on the line. You need to make sure you turn a profit. If someone is creating content, but the amount they're charging is not giving you a good enough return, you've got to be open and honest with them and say, look, you're creating content that's good, but at this current price point, I'm not making enough revenue. If you need to come down with the costs, you need to create content that is better overall, so I can get more of I can get better revenue, or I'm gonna have to look to hire someone else. You've got to be open and honest. It's your cash at the end of the day that you are managing to make money from and turn it into a cash cow, profitable business. So, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, these are the main platforms to target. And in 2025 as well, I'm going to give a shout out to Snapchat, because Snapchat have released their new monetization features with their new spotlight thing, and that's really started to take over. I've seen a lot of people post on Snapchat to make money. I think it's a bit of a sleeper social media app right now that I think will get a massive takeoff in 2025. You heard it here first. So if you do want to start earning money straight away on TikTok and on YouTube, I'd actually recommend getting a monetized page. The pages that I get are from Tick accounts. I'm partnered with them as well, so you get a discount code if you use my link in the description. And that means that although you are spending a bit of money up front to purchase the account, what it does mean is that you will start earning money straight away on social media. When it comes to TikTok, you need 10,000 followers to get into the Creator Wars program. When it comes to YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and 10 million views in the last 90 days. These are tough targets to hit, especially when starting out. It can take you months to reach that moment, and any content you create before reaching that won't get paid. Any views you accumulate, you won't get paid for until you enter the program. So if you've got the money to do so, which I do anticipate you should have if you're trying to get into automation, I'd actually recommend getting an account straight away, so at least it's monetized. It will take an investment, but that means when you start posting content, you'll start making money straight away, and you've got your break-even margin sorted, rather than creating content for a long time without actually being able to generate any revenue because you're not partnered with YouTube or TikTok yet. So, linked in the description with my discount code to get yourself a discount getting the monetized YouTube and TikTok pages. Next, important part, like I said before, picking the right niche. Now, this has been a question that has been on my mind since when I started back creating Faceless TikTok pages, end of 2021, start of 2022. What niche do I go for? I started in the sports niche. That was the very first niche I went for, posting football content. Crypto's a big one. Brain rot, of course, is taken over. AI generated content's massive. You've got animals, travel, quizzes. These are just to name a few. Now, my most successful page was in the motivational niche. But the trick is finding a niche that you both enjoy and you see an actual competitive edging, because a lot of niches nowadays are saturated. You're not going to find a niche that is unsaturated nowadays. And if it is unsaturated, if give it enough time, it will become saturated in a few months if you are really successful with it. So the trick is to pick a niche you enjoy so you can last it for the long term. You've got competitive edge in. For example, I chose football because I liked football. I watch a lot of football. I understand what a football fan would like to enjoy. I'm not going to start in the makeup niche because I don't have the foggiest clue about how to go viral with makeup related content. I would have to hire someone to do all of that for me, which would just be an extra expense I did not want. So start niches you have a competitive edge in. In fact, over the past few months, and this has taken so long, but me and my partners have been creating an AI tool that scrapes TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and it will be Instagram as well, to spot exactly what trends are going viral so you don't need to. If you include your email address on the website, in fact, when you watch this video, Volo may even already be out, you'll be able to keep up to date with exactly what niches are going viral on social media. We've actually got built-in scrapers into the social media pages, so you can see, okay, cool, Reddit stories have gone up by 50% in view count from this week to last week. It seems like a growing niche. Motivational content's gone down 20%. Little things like this. It just helps you stay ahead of the game rather than having to watch YouTube videos to see what niche is going viral. Because if you watch a YouTube video, someone else watches it, that's all that competition built into one. So if you get started with Volo, which I'll link down below in the description and pinned comment, you can be one of the first people to take advantage of this AI tool that we've been designing. I've been in TikTok since 2022. I know how important picking the right niche is for social media. And if you understand how important that is too, you can get involved with Volo, you can sign up, use the software, and you'll be able to see exactly what niches are going viral, giving you the competitive edge on all these other people in the social media space that are trying to get started here in 2025. So, branding. Branding, another big point that people take a lot of attention to. For me, branding is super simple. I've never spent more than 15 minutes on branding, to be completely honest. ChatGPT for the name and description, give it a little prompt saying, I want to create a page about motivation, give me 10 short names I can use for my TikTok page. Bang, one of them will work. If it doesn't work, that'll give you enough inspiration to create your own page. And then Canva for the logo and for like the banner, etc. That's what I've always used to create all my logos. I either use Canva, or if I want an AI one, I use Leonardo.ai or Midjourney to create the AI images. Simple as that to get the branding done. Next, hiring the workers. Now, a lot of people suggest Fiverr. I actually prefer Upwork for hiring people, because I feel like Upwork, there's actually more professional people on there that are looking for long-term work rather than just Fiverr for people that want a quick buck. And so what I'd recommend is a simple process that goes like this. So you log into Upwork, you say you want to hire people, you click post a job, and then you choose, I actually click short-term project because it is short-term for the start, and then it can turn into long-term. You get started with that. You can either decide to use AI, I don't. Write a quick title for your job post. That could be something like, I'm hiring someone to create short form videos for my TikTok automation page or YouTube automation page, for example. Little quick description like that. It's not a long thing whatsoever. As a lot of people want interested in this job. There's more workers than there are hirers. That's how it works in this world. So just make sure you've got the job title posted, explain what you want. Then skills wise, video editing is a must. Video production as well is important. If you need voiceovers, I'd recommend hiring someone that has a clear voice and can do voiceover and narration. You want to make sure you get a sample from them beforehand so you can test their voiceover recording skills. You don't want no foggy microphone that's going to be unclear, because making sure especially all these elements are good is important if you want a long-term partner for this. That's super, super important. Then you want to, of course, outline the scope for the project as well. That's so the person understands, the worker, what you want for it. I normally recommend either doing small or medium. At the start, it's not going to be a massive project. You're not asking for them to land people on Mars. You're asking for them to create short form content. Then experience wise, I normally recommend doing intermediate or expert. Intermediate is good because that means that people won't charge necessarily a higher fee. But of course, you can click expert as well if you do want high quality people. Then location, this is super important as well. I always click worldwide. In fact, a book on my shelf, The 4-Hour Workweek, taught me about this. Hire from people in lower income nations. For example, I love hiring people from the Philippines. They do a great quality job and it costs less from someone in the UK. And that makes complete sense because the standard of living there is not as high, the cost of living, than it is for someone in the UK or USA like myself. So that's what I recommend, my personal opinion. Of course, you can hire from people in other nations. Other good thing to do is hire people like students, because they are cheaper than someone that's in their 30s or 40s that needs to provide for a family. That's what I always recommend. Then filling out the description. Super simple again, just write exactly what you need them to do. I need someone to record, voiceover, and edit short form videos for my TikTok automation page. List out some skills that they need. And then after that, explain what the budget is. And if they aren't willing to pay your budget, whether that is $5, $10, etc., then make sure they don't approach you in the first place. It cuts down all the people wanting to reach out, and then they are there trying to bargain for $50, $60 when you've got a $5 budget. As I said at the start, you need to keep the expenses low when it comes to creating content on TikTok. You don't want to be sitting there splurging out the cash for videos when you're not getting a return on investment yet. Start with the proof of concept, then when it starts working, you can start increasing the cost to hopefully increase the revenue. It's the same when it comes to drop shipping, right? When it comes to drop shipping, people, when they test a product, even the experienced drop shippers, they don't test a product with $10,000 on Facebook ads. They start low, $5, $10, $20, $50. Once the proof of concept is there, then they increase the budgets to the $20, to the $200, $300, $1,000, etc. You start low, keep the expenses low, test the proof of concept. If you're getting views in, if you're getting money in the door, then you can start increasing the cost to hopefully increase the quality and increase the revenue. Mr. Beast does this, the Sidemen does this. When they started their YouTube videos, they did not have the whole production team. They started very, very raw with just them in their bedrooms recording with a camera. Then over time, they built the production team, etc. to increase the quality of their output as the profits enable them to reinvest in their business. The same when it comes to your automation business for social media. So, how to manage long-term cash, another big point. A big part of how I was able to make money through Winespire and through all my social media pages to this day is understanding that social media is not a hustle, it's a business. It is one pie chart, has many different pies in it, right? There's two ways to make money. There's direct monetization and there's indirect monetization. The vast majority of people only look at the direct monetization opportunities. I'm talking, if you're on TikTok, you only want to make money through the TikTok Creatables program. That is all they bang on about. The TikTok Creatables program should be 20 to 30% of your income maximum. Maximum. For this YouTube channel you are watching, YouTube AdSense makes up maybe 10 to 20% of my monthly income. 10 to 20% the YouTube AdSense, the money I get from people watching adverts on this video, on these videos. That is it. Because there's other monetization opportunities you can get, and that is what I call indirect monetization. Now, these monetization opportunities would not exist without your TikTok, YouTube, Instagram page, but they do not come directly through the platform themselves. This is stuff like info products you get, mentorship you provide, etc., affiliate links, sponsorships, communities, all sorts of monetization opportunities that you generate through your page, but not coming directly from the social media itself, whether it be in TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. So for example, why Inspire? A case study on my page and why it was fantastic for making all sorts of money through sponsorships, affiliates, etc. This was the bio I was using on my Why Inspire page, and it was able to generate me so many different clients coming to me. Why? In the bio, for inquiries, I've got an email address with a domain name, so it looks professional, plus DM on Instagram. That gave me sponsorship opportunities. I cannot tell you the amount of companies that reached out to me to sponsor, the amount of people that reached out to me wanting mentorship on how I was able to grow a TikTok page, just by including an email address. No one does this. They just create a page like a side hustle and post content and think that's going to be it. They're going to make money till the end of time. Include an email address. Spend $10 on a domain name so you can create a domained email address. People can reach out to you and think, oh, this is looking slightly professional. This is looking like a quality sort of product, a quality brand. And these brands can get invested in, personal branding and brands as a whole on social media. It's like digital real estate. There's so much money flooding towards this nowadays. I think it was the Hot Ones show on YouTube that got bought out for like $90 million. If anyone told you that in 2020 even, people would be thinking, what is going on with this social media space? But it's absolutely blowing up, so you need to take advantage. Not just that, I've got a link in the bio as well with info products. Now, back in the day, I was actually running a clothing brand that had inspirational, motivational clothing. That was my biggest info product, or not info product, but that was my biggest external product on my page. If I knew what I knew now, that I didn't know in 2022, I actually would have used this link to have a link tree in the bio or a beacons in the bio, which would have had on there affiliate links. It would have had a link to my mentorship, so you could actually work one-on-one with me, an ebook or a course for people to watch to understand how I create the content, how I run the business, and even you can also charge different products and brands to have their links in your link tree. You can say, look, I'm generating 10 million views a week. In my link tree, I can include your link on a monthly retainer of, let's say, $800 a month, and anyone that clicks on it, you can get traffic through that. That's another way that you can make money. You've got to be an entrepreneur in this game. It's not just about the content you create, it's about using and converting the attention and views you get from your content into money that can come into your pocket and money that you deserve. And of course as well, linking other platforms. Just because you're going viral on TikTok doesn't mean you shouldn't point to other platforms. Like I said before, I ran a TikTok page, but I also ran it on YouTube Shorts and Instagram as well. In fact, my TikTok page got banned when it reached over 500,000 followers for unoriginal content. But luckily, I still had the Instagram page and I still had the YouTube page going, so I was still making money on those fronts as well. The biggest thing is you need to treat your social media pages like a shop front. People don't think about it like this. If you owned a shop on the high street, you would want to make it the best looking shop on the street so people came in to buy your products. Yeah, when it comes to social media, people don't look at their page like that. I look at their social media page and it just looks all over the place. You can spot a social media page that is good with branding versus a social media page that is not. And these are the intangibles that people don't consider when it comes to social media automation. Just like if you had a shop on the high street, look at your brand on social media as your little shop on the high street. How are you going to make it the best looking, the best aesthetic brand out there so you're approachable by people, approachable by brands, by clients, etc. So you can build a real business off of this. I really hope you did enjoy this course. If you do have any questions and you made it this far in the video, comment them down below and include the special word subscribe, because if you include that word, I will know you've watched this whole video and I'll make a special effort to answer your question, because so many people just post questions in the comments without actually watching the video, because if they had watched the video, they would know I would have answered the question they asked in the comments in the video itself. So if you made it this far, I know you've watched the whole video, so if you do comment any questions, I'll be sure to make my best effort to answer them, but include the word subscribed so I know that you have watch the whole video till the end. And also make sure you do subscribe down below if you haven't already, and click the bell notification button and check out the video right beside me, because it will be a complete breakdown TikTok course on how you can go viral and make money in 2025. I'll see you right there.